go back to about summer 2017. 14-year-old me, 14-year-old Rodler, staying at his grandparents up in Scotland, so he didn't have access to his two favourite things, anime and Pokemon. But anyway, the only fix I could get for anime was when my cousin went to work and he let me use his PlayStation. But he was like, oh, you're a weeb. You'd probably like Persona 5. I was like, that ain't Pokemon. I don't know if I want to. But one day, while he was gone, I decided, you know what, I'll give it a try. It could be good. And as soon as that intro played, I was hooked. I couldn't put the game down. So I had to go home from that holiday. 14-year-old Rodler, you know, he wanted nothing but to stay there and play this game for all of eternity. You know, it'd be half a year until I flew back up to Scotland and got a chance to play the game again. As soon as I got back on that PlayStation, I got to chill with my favorite Psycho Twink detective and goth doctor, yeah. I was whole again, basically. P5 opening turned me into like a Persona addict maybe, and the rest of my life has been spent chasing the high of that intro. Persona has a wide range of quality when it comes to its opening. Some of these openings are able to bring back that high that I felt as a kid, while others just left me bored. Some of these openings are kind of dog shit, one or two. But anyway, I think that's enough talking. I think we should get into the ranking.
It's called the Midwest because every single thing in it is
Shocking, hopefully no one. It's Revelations Persona. My god, is this shit mid as balls. I'd have more fun watching like fucking paint dry. It's really missing that sparkle. All the other openings have. All the other openings have some part of them that just goes crazy hard. This is nothing. It's the only opening I think is absolute shit. The only thing it really has going for it is the origin of the butterfly, but it's really just that butterfly going through a bunch of really boring and dull locations. There's not many interesting things going on, nothing really dragging me in, making me want to play the shit out of this probably long game. I haven't played Persona 1. And the mid Kingdom Hearts style speech at the start, it's just a bit shit, like, it ain't no Kingdom Hearts speech anyway.
I mean, it's alright, like.
Now this is where things start looking a bit better. There's a pretty big jump in quality between Revelations Persona and this opening. Persona 2 Eternal Punishment just does a lot better than Revelations Persona. Which isn't saying much because it's Revelations Persona's opening. The music is a bop, especially the part with the snake with the high-pitched noise. Having not played Persona 2, the characters looked cool, with my favourite probably being the guy smoking with the sunglasses. I don't know what his name is. The 3D Personas are undeniably cool, although far from my favourite Personas lines of the series. But it does add some cool factor to the opening. The main reason it's ranked so low is I believe it's missing something that later Persona openings have that I kind of look for in a Persona opening. I do believe the other Persona 2 PlayStation opening has a bit more of that in it, although not much more, as you'll see soon. Both the original Persona 2 openings, I believe, are quite similar quality-wise. Starting off with the negative on this one though, I think the first 2 minutes are a bit dull, drag on a bit, that being longer than most modern Persona openings. But as soon as that flower falls and Tatsuya starts zooming off on his motorbike, this shit goes crazy. The music ramps up, it becomes an absolute bop. 2 characters specifically call out to me in this that make me really want to play the game. That's Aikichi and Joker. They both look so cool, with Aikichi kind of having that mix of goofy and edgy that I really love. And I saw the clip that should have played for the number at the start of this section of him singing during was it Shadow Investigate or Shadow Interrogation. I found that one really funny. He was so cool. He's so goofy. Visually, I think it's way better than the first 2 on this ranking. Loads of the shots make me want to dive straight into this game, figure out what the hell is going on. How is, you know, that guy involved in this? I did put it quite low though, because it drags on and is a bit boring, especially during the first half. I do think later Persona openings, especially one from Persona 2, do what this opening does, but much, much better.
You were the chosen one!
I think this could be my first big controversial take on this ranking. The music is really what stops it from being at the bottom. With anything that takes inspiration from Burn My Dread or has Lotus Juice in it, automatically getting some points, but it's the visuals that just let this opening down, with them forcing so much gameplay in. It's not in a natural, engaging way like a later opening on this ranking, where my fun, crazy visuals that I'm used to. And if this was just based off visuals, this would be at the bottom of the list. If it was based off the song, it would easily be top 5.
My persona won't come!
Now that we have our first Persona 5 opening, I have one thing to say. Where the fuck is Akechi? Why is he in none of these? Well, anyway, this is another massive leap of quality. As opposed to Fess, the visuals here are the highlight of the opening for me. Any group shot of the Phantom Thieves in this goes so hard. This shot of what I presume is a villain towards the end is cool too. I haven't actually beaten this game. I've only played the DLC because I'm a sucker for Violet and Akechi, so I'm a bit biased against this game. But my main issue with this is I do think the song is very weak for a Persona 5 opening. I don't think it goes that crazy high like a lot of the other Persona 5 opening songs.
For his neutral special, he wields a gun.
Now with Strikers, same question again. Where the fuck is Akechi? And that goes to this whole game. Why the fuck isn't Akechi in it? But you know what? From this point on, I love all these openings. Play any of these and work. Strikers opening is great though. I love the opening shot, you know, with the Phantom Thieves and their code names. And the song goes crazy hard. And the visuals, they're great. It's really fluid and just keeps you engaged. The reason it's so low though, I find is just a bit, yeah, it's good. There's nothing especially great about it, but it's good. Yeah, and I also haven't beaten this game. I've played it, so I'm a bit biased. I feel I don't know much about Zenkichi or the Yo-Yo Girl.
How about an upgrade?
Persona 1 is back, baby, and it's good this time. I really went into this ranking thinking this would be like top 5 for some reason. I remember really liking this opening the first time I saw it. This improves on Fess and Persona 1's original opening so much. This is how you put gameplay in your opening. Those little screens, be making that gameplay cinematic. Visually, this opening is insane. So many little cool details make me really want to play this game. The hills having eyes are so creepy and cool, and one of the last shots with the girl lying down and the blocks falling is so snappy and striking. I don't know, I really like this shot for some reason. Persona 1, you know what? I'm so happy you learned how to do a good opening. Again, the reason it's ranked so low is the gameplay being put in. I do think that's a bit lazier than some of the later openings. That's the main reason. This song is a bop too.
Alright, I'm gonna bust.
Now with Persona 5 dancing, why isn't Akechi here? He's in the game. He should be in the opening. Well, I think he's DLC. This is probably one of my friend's favorite openings. He's gonna kill me for putting it this low. Although, I am a sucker for the dancing game. I love this opening, but I do think it has the weakest of all the dancing opening songs. Still goes hard though. It does have some of my favorite outfits in the series, especially for a dancing game. Makoto and Yusuke being the standouts for me. They're dripped out like crazy. And this opening knows they're dripped out, with the last dancing shot being of them. I'm also pretty sure Joker hits the gritty in this opening, which is incredible. I just don't like the song as much as the higher ranked ones. Really.
I'm the Joker, baby!
Persona 2's PlayStation openings should be taking notes right now. This is how you make me want to play your game. This is the highest ranked of all the old Persona games, I guess. I haven't played any of them, but I'm sure if I had played Persona 2, this would be probably top 10 for me. Just right now, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not invested enough yet. It is amazing. It instantly grabs me with its visuals and its songs, and Lotus Juice, my man. The standout bit of it for me visually is how they integrate the personas into the kind of modern day setting. It gives the personas a kind of creepy aura akin to like SCPs or some shit. By far the creepiest their personas are in any of these. My favorite's like Kichi, and the group of masked people turning to him. Yeah, I really want to just play this game for Aikichi, but I find that shot of all the people with masks on their faces turning to him just very creepy, very intriguing. It's like, oh, that's cool, that's cool. This opening makes me want to play this game so bad. I only have 2 minor nitpicks with this opening. Why I wouldn't rate it higher than all the ones above. The credits look a bit cheap and kind of remind me of some like generic horror anime from the 2000s. And you know, the sound effects towards the end I find a bit cheesy. A bit out of place. I feel like the opening would do better without these sound effects in it. But anyway, banger.
All this steam is making my blood start to pump.
Damn, it took a while to get to Persona 4. Start with my biggest con with this opening. The music, tiny bit generic. Only a tiny bit though. Other than that, this opening is fire. It never fails to get me hyped, which is perfect for a fighting game. Also manages to make the whole cast look badass, even fucking Ken. Who's Gen? Having Koromaru playable as well fills me with so much joy. The part of the opening between Aigis and Rize appearing properly itches my brain. Like I could inject that bit into my veins. Those vocals are incredible. I do think it's missing one thing that the other Persona 4 arena opening has, which I won't spoil.
I don't know what happened, but I think I just went somewhere that I can never come back from. Is it my voice? Knock it off!
Angry Teddy walking. That's what the other opening was missing. Angry Teddy walking. That's all we need. Literally peak already. Who needs anything else? The rest of the opening doesn't even need to exist. Number 1, easy. The visuals in this opening are beautiful. The opening shots are so striking, giving it a bit more of an edge. Like they made Yosuke look slightly badass. My goofy trash man, Yosuke. You know what? That stays throughout the whole opening. Every character looks badass. With the P3 cast definitely being the standouts. I love Akihiko's new design. It's incredible. But this opening also scratches my brain. Like, with the one line, the sorry shadow, that bit, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? I want it in my veins. The only reason this opening isn't ranked higher is because I'm not the biggest fan of the kind of drop into the chorus. It just doesn't hit as hard as some of the other openings. My boy, my darling boy made it. My boy, Kenshi, he's finally in one of these. I really thought I was going to rank this higher though. Originally, I wanted to put it higher. I love Royal. Royal's third semester is my favorite bit of any Persona game. Maybe close with like October, November time in Persona 3. The reason I couldn't put it in the top 10 is I think it is a bit weak visually. There's like weird frame rate throughout the opening, especially noticeable during Violet dancing. The colors, although it makes sense because the name of the opening, Colors Flying High, I'm just not the biggest fan of it. It hurts my eyes a bit. But this is like top 5 songs for me, I think. Definitely my favorite P5 opening song. Maybe just behind some P3 opening songs that you'll see later. And any Akechi and Violet screen time adds so many points for me. Joker and Akechi lying down is also one of my favorite shots of any opening. There's so much to look into. Bet the third semester in this one small shot, especially with Akechi not wearing his glove. But I won't spoil any of that because my friends haven't beaten it yet. Guys, you should really beat it. You know who you are. Beat it.
Yeah! Click is bringing the heat out the kitchen. Yeah!
And starting off the top 10 with a banger. Who'd have thought that not one, but 2 dancing openings would make it into the top 10? Again, it makes so much sense. I go crazy hard in the songs in these dancing openings. Again, Lotus Juice, My King, absolute legend, song, banger. The visuals let it down a bit. I find it has a little uncanny valley effect with the dancing at the beginning. I feel like these characters shouldn't be moving like that. It's a bit unnerving. The costumes go crazy hard. My favorites are Kanji, Teddy, Naoto, and Rize. Oh, and did I mention Teddy? Dripped out king. That outfit banging. I didn't realize I think I like Teddy more than I thought. Crazy. But anyway, I do think missing a bit of that style that a later Persona dancing opening has.
Man whore! She said you're one big man whore!
This song, it's so funky. I be like do it along whenever it plays. It's too bop. I love the little like clips of the main cast. They make me love this main cast even more, and it's like, damn, these guys kind of chillin'. The visuals clean, but also like this opening lies to me. Why the fuck is it trying to convince me that Teddy is a cute little guy, a little bean? Like, we all know he's an evil, heinous pervert. Has been through the fires of hell and back. And this opening trying to convince me he's a little guy, a little trinket. Like, only reason it ain't higher is I don't enjoy listening to the whole song as much as the ones higher on this list. And I think Golden's opening represents Persona 4's tone a bit better. This opening kind of tricks me into thinking Persona 4 is a bit darker than it actually is. Persona 4 is dark at times, but I do think overall what I enjoy about that game is it's more slice of life, and that's why it's not ranked higher.
Rap monster.
Akechi, Akihiko, Kanji, even Shinjiro's here. Oh, my boys, they made it. I'm shocked as well that Atlas acknowledged FemC in one of these openings, especially with her not being in Reload at all. Like, but anyway, so many bits of this opening go so hard. The group shots, perfect. Teddy spinning, perfect. Joker singing, it's perfect. And like, why is Joker singing kind of badass? They managed to make the Q art style kind of badass, which realistically looking at it, it should not be badass. And this song goes crazy hard. It goes so hard, like it has no right being as good as it is. And the group shots, incredible, even if some of the characters are just like staring into the void.
Why did they make Lotus Juice Kamoshida? Like, it's such an insult to Lotus Juice, my goat, my man, to get put as him. Like, that cretin. It's the only reason it's not ranked higher. It's like, why is Kamoshida rapping? Why is he in a superhero outfit?
Who is a detective who lives in Anaba? Adachi?
This harmonica goes crazy hard, guys. I remember hearing this in BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle for the first time and losing my shit. Me and my friends were like, what the fuck is this goofy song? And I was like, yo, play that again. And I used this song every single time I played BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle because it was banging. And they put Yotsuke in the trash where he belongs. He bullies Kanji too much. He deserves this. This opening, goated because of that. Visually, this opening, it's a feast, like, and I think it perfectly captures Persona 4's vibe in an opening. Teddy showing us off those gorgeous banging moves. It manages to show off the new activities pretty subtly, as well as kind of spoil a lot of the first half of the game pretty subtly. I don't really have many issues with this opening. I do just think the higher ones are just a bit better.
I've had quite some time to think about this. About what I would do if you refused this curse. How I'd pin you down and force you to swallow it. I'd shove so much down your throat you'd look pregnant. Unable to endure it, you'd break down and grovel at my feet. I've longed to see that defiled look on your face.
Damn, like, the quality jump for Persona 3 is crazy. Number 19 to 6. There was a big shift in quality. They really shot the bed with Fest. Like, Portable and Reload are the only versions of P3 I've played, so I'm a bit biased towards those two. On its own though, the song is my least favorite of Persona 3's openings, but the visuals in this go crazy hard. Like, I love the flipped visuals showing off those two routes, one of which realistically we're never gonna see in a game again. The beginning though is by far my favorite bit, really grabbing me and making me want to play the shit out of this game. And seeing my boy Ryoji in an opening. Overall, weakest of the good Persona 3 openings, but that just shows you the quality of the other Persona 3 openings higher on this list.
For real?
Number 5 is fitting. Finally, this is the opening that got me into Persona. It's kind of nostalgic now, considering it's been, I think, what, like 6 years since I played this game for the first time. Quite biased towards this one, probably. Visually, it's stunning. That's what separates it from Royal's opening in quality. Especially, I find Yusuke to be kind of baller in this opening, and I love seeing Ryuji throw that bitch-ass cat. Get him out of here. Fuck that cat. I'm allowed to say that. I am allergic to cats. And the song, it's smooth. It's smooth like butter. I do have one issue with this opening, but it's not enough to really put it down the rankings for me because I love this opening so much. And that's the representation of later characters, or should I say lack thereof. Kind of strange, like why do Makoto and Futaba get like no screen time when they are quite relevant in that game and appear quite a lot, and I'd say just as relevant as Yusuke. And also Haru, I think she does have that more aggressive side in the game, but I think this kind of snobby, arrogant vibe she's giving off in this opening just, you know, isn't accurate to what she's like in the game. And also, no Akechi, he should be in this. Akechi is so pivotal to this game. He should have something in this opening. But other than those little things, this opening is almost perfect. So that's where the next one comes in.
Peter, don't turn me into marketable plushies.
Literally no complaints. This is perfection. This is how you do a crossover opening. This opening perfectly blends two completely different games in tone and aesthetic and makes it look easy. It shows so many dynamics I've dreamed of. From Kanji and Koromaru cuddling to Teddy and Aigus dancing. I don't know, did I mention Kanji and Koromaru cuddling? Also, Shinjiro's in this and Akihiko's in this. That's, you know, those characters been in this. It's great. Having Shinjiro in anything, I love. It makes the characters cutesy with the darker visuals towards the tail end. Go crazy hard. And that final group shot too. They also perfectly merge the two vocal styles in the scene, making an absolute banger. Easy top tier Persona song like truly a masterclass in crossover openings.
That's it. That's good. Keep it loose.
So begins the top 3. And if you were doing process of elimination, you'd figure out that all of these are from the same game, technically. I didn't even come into this expecting a Persona dancing opening to be this high, anywhere near the top 3. But Persona's dancing in Moonlight, visual beast. It is by far my favorite aesthetic in any Persona spin-off game, and maybe in any opening. It's so clean. I like the standout visuals for me. When Makoto is putting on those headphones, getting ready to dance, and Ken sitting on the bench, you know, with his normal design under the water, he's just swaying his legs. I'm like, damn, that's clean. That looks cool. I'm not even that big of a Ken fan. But not only does this opening have Akihiko being a joy, as per usual, it also has Lotus Juice. What more could I ask for? Not my favorite dancing designs for the characters, but still very good. It's also great at blending Persona 3's music style with a more upbeat dancey bop. Love this opening. My favorite. My bias towards P3 is showing. Visually, this opening is a treat. It's managing to break new ground for Persona 3 so many years after Persona 3 came out, without it losing its identity as a Persona 3 opening. Lotus Juice, again, absolute GOAT. His rap section goes crazy hard, and it's mixed brilliantly with the visuals. It has my favorite Persona summonings of any opening of the whole series with Makoto and Fuka's. I'm not a massive fan of Fuka, but her shooting herself goes made. It's so hard. It's like that one stupid astronaut meme. Loads of other visuals are so cool, with the moon turning into Nyx. And Ryoji's in the opening. You know it's goated. Not in the beginning with the girl jumping off the building and turning into a coffin. That's fire. Did spend a good like 15-20 minutes trying to find out who that girl is. Couldn't find it. I thought it was like, oh, that could be Yukari, but no, Yukari never wears that outfit. It's strange. Who is this girl? I guess she's just a randomer. Truly, this is how you do a modern Persona 3 opening.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Now in first place, could it have really been anything else? This song is by far my favorite Persona song. I'd be blaring this in the bakery I work in. Explains why I'd be burning all that bread. Sorry, that's so stupid. It's an absolute earworm as well. It hasn't left my brain since the first day I heard it. Like, the same thing could be said about the visuals. Incredibly effective. Delivering the message of the game so well. Every single frame of this reminds me, damn, I'm a dive. I can't be sad about that, because remember you will die, live life to the fullest. The text throughout adds to that like kind of ominous vibe that Persona 3 is going for it. And that chorus is truly remarkable. And my boy Akihiko's in this, Ryoji's in this, everyone's in this, the whole gang's there. Everything in this opening is perfect. I actually don't know what else to say. Be rambling at this point, but it's beautiful, it's perfect visually. Song, it's a joy to listen to. I don't know how they'll ever top this in Persona 3 openings. It may be my favorite video game opening of all time in general. Well, anyway, that's the ranking. If you made it this far, thank you so much for listening to my inane ramblings. Editing is harder than I expected, but I think I'm gonna keep doing this. I think I'm gonna try release videos. I doubt they'll be regularly uploaded, but I'm gonna try release them anyway. I need to get, yeah. But anyway, I hope you have a good life. Remember, you will die.